The soldiers make a man Frisk during a patrol in Quito, the capital of Ecuador, on January 12, 2024, while Ecuador charges the war against the criminal gangs. Experts warn that similar security prints produce mixed results elsewhere in Latin America, and sometimes even lead to worse violence. President Daniel Noboa deployed more than 22,000 troops to make a terror campaign initiated by the crime gangs in response to an organized pressure of the government. Governments are resorting to such answers because Mathew Charles of Colombia organized crime Observatory, because they want solutions instantly. He said. Noboa, during election campaign, after of a candidate, Insight crime think tank, during election campaign, discourse in favor of militarization. However, his government said in his war in the gangs, there is no exit strategy. In recent years, South American country has dived into crisis as it used ports of drug cartels to send cocaine to United States and Europe. Ecuador's 36-year-old president. Since November, the construction of 2 high-security prisons modeled on prisons in Mexico and El Salvador in early January. Ecuador's former president Rafael Correa called for economic intelligence collection and other measures on Friday, calling for emergency action by the armed forces. But obviously not enough. El Salvador Model, in accordance with the President of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele. More than 73,000 gang members were imprisoned in a security edition that created both human rights activists and jealousy from other leaders. Politicians from other parts of region are trying to multiply the security model. Pointed out measures taken by President Xiomara Castro, a report made in a report May.Said. However, Charles warned that an iron fist would not bring a permanent change. If we are looking for long-term solutions, we need to implement these security policies with social investment programs. He said. Charles. Criminals always have weapons and will respond more violently. He added. It is not the answer to send people to jail because we have seen that there are gangs under control in prisons. Colombia President Gustavo Petro said that rise of international gangs in United States, in response to U.S.'s offer to Ecuador this week, stems from anti-drug policy. In a report on Coca Plantations, 2022, government admitted that the goals of Colombia's struggle against drugs were not achieved despite enormous efforts of more than half a century. According to United Nations, despite military support from the United States to fight cartel and guerrillas, Colombia became leading cocaine producer in 2022. Latin American countries should adopt strong youth strengthening policies with connection, culture and higher education. Long-term strategy. Mexico, which was disturbed by the widespread bloodshed, took a step back from the militarized drug war initiated by Felipe Calderon, which began in 2006. Since then,